Hi guys, I wanted to do another vlog about the song that I just did a music video on, Deep Places. So I kind of wrote this song because I felt like I was standing in the ocean thigh deep or waist deep or something, and on one side on the shore is all these people that are just content to just let their toes get a little wet, people that just come and they just have a little warm fuzzy for an hour on Sunday and seems to be enough for them. And I'm just like, how is that enough? How are you satisfied with that? And it's just that I think they just don't know that they don't know. They just don't know. But on the other side, these people that seem to be swimming in the depths of God and seeing all kinds of amazing things that are what I want, that they are so full of the Spirit and they see so many miracles and they just are so inspiring. And it's just yes, I want to know God like that. I want to know His voice. I want to walk in His miracles. And yeah, so that's what I was feeling oh, how can those people on the shore be okay with just that, and but the people that are out in the depths, if it was ocean, they're out snorkeling, they're seeing all the coral and the fish, and they're out scuba diving and whatever, seeing all the wonderful things of God, that if you just totally go all in with Him, that you get to do that stuff with Him. And yeah, and so I was just thinking about that, about going into the deep places with Him, and how some people just don't know that there's so much more that you can have with God, the intimacy that you can have with Him, just the deep friendship where He trusts you with His heart and with the things that He cares about, and yeah, it's I want to be that close with Him. I want to be that person that He can trust, that person that is I'm your hands, I'm your feet, I'm your mouth. You can do whatever you want through me, I want to be that person where when He wants to do something, He knows that He can trust me, and that He can borrow me anytime, and that He can do what He wants to do in the earth, that I'm always there for Him when something is on His heart and when He wants to do something. Yeah. So I guess, I don't know. I don't have anything profound. I don't have the words in front of me, but to say anything else, but to remember what all I said in that song. But yeah, because John the Beloved was always my hero, of all the characters in the Bible. John the Beloved, Mary of Bethany, people that were so close with Jesus, where He knew that He could trust them. And when He did have something that He wanted to say, that he wanted a friend to talk to, they were the ones that were there, that were hearing Him, that were picking up what He was laying down, that were just there for Him. And that's what I want. I want to be that person for Him. So and John the Beloved was the one that He could trust with things that He couldn't tell just everyone. When He was at the Last Supper and He said, one of you is going to betray me, and they didn't know who He was talking about, but Peter motioned to John, ask him, who is it? And John was the only one that knew because Jesus told him, everyone else at the table, when Jesus said, "What you do quickly," to Judas, they thought that he was just sending him out to buy something or to give to the poor or whatever, because Judas was the treasurer. They didn't know that he was the one that was about to betray him. But John knew, because he was the one that was like close with Jesus. And the thing is about John, that he called himself the disciple whom Jesus loves, and that he was like resting in Jesus' love for him. He wasn't like where Peter was like boasting of how much he loved Jesus, you know, like, even if everyone else leaves you, I'll never leave you. And he betrayed, you know, he denied him 3 times because he was trusting in his own like efforts or whatever, whereas John was just resting and just soaking in the fact that Jesus loved him, and then he was the only one that was there at the cross when Jesus was actually dying, for Jesus to entrust his mother to. And it was just because he was so focused on Jesus' love for him. He wasn't focused on himself, you know, and he was just focused on Jesus, and so he was there for him like nobody else. And then like Mary of Bethany, like she sat with Jesus and she listened to him, and then she was the only woman that got to anoint Jesus for his burial, because she was the only one that understood what he was about to do and when he was going to do it, and that he was going to come back from the dead in 3 days. Like the other ladies went to the tomb and on the 3rd day, and Mary of Bethany didn't go because she knew he wasn't there. She knew he was coming back from the dead. Like she knew the stuff that he was trying to tell them, and most of them weren't getting it because they were just so focused on the things of people and not the things of God, and they were so focused on, I don't know, they were just earthly minded. They were just focused on the things of humanity, I guess, or I don't know. When Jesus said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan, because you don't have in mind the things of God, but you have in mind the things of man." And the word there for like having in mind is like, it's a Greek word that means to entertain, to like dwell on something, to exercise the mind towards. That's what it means literally. And like whatever captures our attention like that, where our mind is like drawn to that, every time our mind has free time or whatever, our mind is drawn to that. That's that thing that you're entertaining, and that affects how much you can be there for Jesus whenever he needs you or whatever. Like it says in Colossians 3, it says, "Set your mind on things above." It says, since then you are risen with Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ sits at the right hand of God. And then the next verse says, "Set your mind on things above, not on things on the earth." And that's that same Greek word about exercising your mind towards, or entertaining something, dwelling on something. So whatever you focus on, you empower. Just to set your mind on the things above, the things of heaven, because that's what we're trying to bring down to the earth for Jesus. Like he wants us to be that portal by which heaven comes to earth, just like Jesus was. He said to Nathanael in John chapter 1, at the end, he said, "You'll see greater things than this. You'll see the heavens open and the angels ascending and descending upon the Son of Man, upon himself." And he wants us to live like that, to be that portal, that the end of the staircase, like Jacob's ladder. Remember that dream he had? It's the same thing. The angels were coming down and going up on that ladder, or that staircase to heaven, because the Hebrew word is actually staircase. It's not actually a ladder, but but that Jesus was like, he was the end of that staircase, like the mobile staircase by which heaven came to earth, and that he wants us to live that same way, like to be that gateway of heaven for him, that he can send heaven to earth, that he can send resources, that he can send healing, that he can send deliverance, like whatever, you know, he can send those angels down, and they go up and they come down and they do God's business, and they bring heaven to earth wherever we go, that we are that carrier of his glory and his presence, like that. Like what Jacob said, this is the gateway of heaven. Anyways, yeah, I feel like I kind of rambled and I don't know if I was loud enough, but I hope that helped you guys, and I hope you are blessed. Bye.